America Stadium, or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Ball teed up, Austin Seibert out for the kick. And off we go from Bank of America Stadium. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
His drive will begin with Hubbard. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Working quickly here. On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's Young on 1st and 10. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
On the ball.
Offense up to the line fast.
52 blaster. Set.
Trying again, following the set. That'll be caught by Adam Thielen.
Faster, faster.
The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Shot, 17. Red, cycle. Set, go.
On 3rd down, it's Young. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Mike Sandra still makes the play. And he makes the house call. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. So on our opening drive, Brock, we've got a big defensive highlight already as the pick 6 starts off our scoring.
This is a defense who isn't hiding how they're approaching this game. They want to be disruptive. They're unafraid to be aggressive. Can be a risky mentality to have, but boy, can it set a tone early.
Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. He fields it from the 8.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Let's go.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Set.
Young back to it after the pick. Finds a seam down the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Ready.
To the air on 1st down, Young. Throw is there for Jatavion Sanders. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
Ready.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense in the hurry up here.
Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. a first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
10 cycles.
From the red zone now. Gets this to Sanders. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Time for our second quarter here, and the Panthers are thinking points.
Come on, set.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Catch is made in close. He has the Carolina touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play.
Striker.
He sure did.
3-3. Here we go, set.
Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch. No, no. Ready, ready.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over, over.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
They get an even 10 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First carry now for Austin Eckler. He's out in the clear. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 31-yard play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of the broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Josie Jewell making that stop.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Staying with Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards. You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. 4th down, here's Daniels. And it falls
incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Set. Red. Yellow. Hut.
Young on 1st and 10. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers take the lead just before halftime. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. So late in the half, Brock, why not take a shot downfield? And their prayers are answered as they come up with that late touchdown.
You know, this is just a case of who wants it more. If you're in that secondary, all you're thinking is knock the ball down.
Yeah.
Even if you make some contact, right? They rarely call pass interference on plays like that. But somehow, some way, the ball winds up as a touchdown.
Well, an aggressive mindset not working for them early on here. 2-point tries following both touchdowns, Brock, and neither have been successful.
Well, I hope they worked on a lot of 2-point plays this week because they're going to be chasing points the rest of the way. Hopefully, they can find some better success on future 2-point chances.
On the set.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down.
Ready.
He's back to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready. Check.
To throw, Daniels. On the move, headed right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one.
Go. Ready.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he makes it to the start of the red zone down at the 20. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey. Check that. Here we go. Check.
Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd, less than a yard.
Come on.
And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. Just short on 3rd down, no gain on the run, and now what will they do on 4th?
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it with Robinson. And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
And that pass is caught inside the end zone. The 2-point try comes through, and their lead's a field goal now. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Fielded just shy of the end zone. They get to him before that return can amount to much, just beyond the 15-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
6, mega. Hut, hut.
Play action now, Young. Throw complete to Thielen. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
50.
Young on the play action. Fits it through the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. That's complete till he gets. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Ball ready. Ready, ready.
Sticking to the air, it's Young. Has it down close. And he's all the way to the 5 before going out of bounds. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Down. Mega, mega.
Here's Brooks. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line.
Hurry. 52 plus.
We'll see them tackle 2nd and goal after the break. The Panthers have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5.
Black. Here we go.
From the pistol, it's Young. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now they're left with 3rd and goal.
Fight, white. Set, ready.
Back to throw it. Escapes the pocket. Oh no, the ball is loose! And that bounces out before anyone can make a recovery. They're gonna have this one inside the 10. All right, so they're facing 4th down now, but they are grateful, no doubt, to be facing it after that sideline right there saved them on the fumble.
Yeah, saved them, Kate, not just on the field, as you're saying, but on the scoreboard. Would have hurt to fumble it away inside field goal range. But thanks to that ball bouncing out, they'll get a chance to try a field goal, or who knows, maybe even go for it.
And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. He can't find the end zone. They stop him, and they'll still trail as they turn it over on downs.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential 1st down.
He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Packer 60, Packer 60. Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, Daniels. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Looking to throw. He puts everything behind this one. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines. Problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do, so difficult. I love the effort, just couldn't quite find the execution.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Ready, ready. Unlock line, unlock line. Alert, alert.
Looking to throw. He's got it to his running back. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
Let's go now.
On first down, here's Eckler. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Shotgun Daniels. He won't be able to make the catch. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
They kick the running back in motion. He'll throw it. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Commanders holding on to a field goal lead. All set up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set!
Robinson on the inside give. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Come on, hit!
Running back sent in motion.
Ready?
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He brings it in. Touchdown, Washington. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to